Hello everyone, Jenny here again. I am bringing to you today my latest creation. It's been quite a challenge, this one. An enjoyable challenge, but a challenge nonetheless. It's taken me quite a while to produce this one. It is a medieval themed, as you may be able to see. I'm sure you know. And it's based on Scriptorium. Excuse me, I've had a cold. And it is 9 3/4 inches by 8.5, and it has a 2-inch spine. Very big, very heavy, lots of papers. And the main feature of this one, of course, is the door in the front, which opens. I'll show you inside if I can. It has this metal disc inserted into the front, held to get shut by some magnets, and inside is a little notelet that gives information on the disc in the front, which is an ornament. It's based on the ceiling vault at the Bell Harry Tower at Canterbury Cathedral, and that's not too far from where I live. It's in Kent in England, and I'll just leave that to one side for the moment and show you the inside. It has a ribbon closure, hollow back spine, and let's open that out. And I've put my book plate this time in the front as opposed to the back, and you'll see why when we get there. It has these lovely beautiful papers. I will, if I remember, I will put the details of these papers that I use in the description below. And I like to tuck them over, make some tuck spots. We have quite a few of these scattered throughout for journaling on, which I placed on these images, which come from a colouring book, the medieval base theme. I suppose you could still colour those in, they're rather beautiful. Right, pop those there. Now I've added some fine, I suppose it's not cheesecloth, it's like a muslin type fabric on pages that have come from books that I like to add extra strength to. Beautiful, beautiful page, one of my favourite pages, and I will try, one of my favourite books, and I will try to remember to put the details of that in the description below. All the pages are tea stained in here, and I've left them all plain. I can just imagine someone gives that parchment type feel that you would have in a scriptorium. I don't know if Canterbury Cathedral had a scriptorium actually. They do have a very beautiful library, and when I was studying for my degree in classics and archaeology, I would spend time in that library, and it's where much of the inspiration for many of my books come from. Handling those old tomes and the details, the fine quality and the beautiful papers, and the stunning handwriting in many of them. It's unbelievable, the quality of the work they used to produce all those years ago. Anyway, let's get on. Lots of pockets with little bits and pieces in, note papers and so on. Not all the pockets contain bits and pieces. This comes from a rather beautiful book on William Morris's work. And I've taken some of these out. It's very beautiful, stunning work, very influenced by the medieval period and the days of chivalry, etc. There's some information on the back. Each signature has an envelope made from this paper from a colouring book, and some of them have little bits and pieces in some of those pages, others are empty. Lots of stitching. Okay, little bits of card. This is the scraps that were left over from doing the end papers, which I have left plain. I like people to be able to decorate to their own taste and add their own bits and pieces. Hence my journals are all very plain, with just a few little bits and pieces here and there. Love that book. These I believe come from the Book of Kells, which is an Irish book produced during the medieval period. I don't know the dates, can't remember things like that. Again, another one of the William Morris pages showing the process of all his design and how it comes together. Beautiful, beautiful work. He had a phrase, have nothing that you do not consider to be useful or beautiful. Another envelope, pop some bits and pieces in. Tea staining is quite subtle, not too dark, just enough to give a little bit of parchment type feel to the pages. It's all 100 GSM copy paper in this one, apart from the odd sketchbook page, such as that one. So pages from that colouring book. Also been tea stained. It's very bright. These haven't been tea stained, these pages. Beautiful colour, just as they are. Lots and lots of places to hide bits and pieces, tuck bits in. I can imagine this full of beautiful calligraphy, handwriting. It would be nice to see it actually filled. Have a photograph of something like that, a book that I've made with it actually filled with beautiful images and writing, whatever anybody wants to do with it. Make a beautiful prayer journal. It's got 130 pages, 7 envelopes, and that makes 260 sides in here, so lots and lots of space. It should last a really long time. And franking pages where I've put the 2 pages together, leaving they would start off as if I can find the front, as a 12-inch wide sheet that comes wrapped round, and I've matched it up with with another piece and then stitched it to make the pocket on the back. It's the only way to do it with the 12 by 12 pages. I do like to have a big book. I like, if possible, to be able to put my pages upright so that these ones aren't, they're turned sideways on, which is not something I often do, but they were such lovely pages. And unfortunately they came out as single sheets and not a double spread, so it means turning them sideways. If I can, I like to get them out as a double spread and then put them in and strengthen them and re-stitch them. I do like this fairy tale, little bits of bling, as we say over here. I don't know if bling's a word in other countries, but it's certainly a word over here. Heard my daughter say it quite frequently. Come out a little bit darker. As I mentioned earlier, I've had a horrendous cold in the middle of doing this book, so getting through it and finally getting it finished has been quite challenging, but I'm pleased it's done. if anyone is interested in owning this, please feel free to get in touch. My email will be in the description below. So I'm happy to keep it. It's a beautiful book. But willing to pass it on if anyone would like to treasure it. Fill it full of wonder. The thought of my books going out into the world, and several have, to be used and filled by other people, to become treasures within a family, is very appealing to me. In the back, the reason the book plate's not here is I've put this large, quite sturdy pocket. There's a couple of cards there with images and bits and pieces on them, just to show how it works. But you can fill it with anything you choose. It's a nice strong pocket, and it matches the colour of the door on the front. That's the back of the book. And there's the front. I always like to, if I can, send my books out into the world in a hand-stitched envelope for protection. So that will obviously has been made to go with that, and that book's kept in there just for safekeeping. And there's a few other scraps which would go with it as well. It's leftover pieces that I didn't actually fit in. As you can see, it is quite a full book, and all freshly made. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will be back with another book hopefully soon. Bye for now.